The NBA and trained in the CBA, two-man crew up until 1987. Two-man crew. He said it's a really good way to train because you have to be more assertive because you only have one other partner to rely on instead of two. Glad you're with us wherever you may be.
I'll tell you this, Mr. DeRosa wasn't doing that in '87 because I don't know if he was anywhere thought of about doing refereeing in '87.
No, but his dad would have been working a two-man crew. Joe DeRosa. Aldama with an early hook, and the Grizzlies with the lead. Grizzlies winning yesterday in Detroit 122-112, wire to wire, led by as many as 22. Ja Morant, the massive third quarter, a career high for points in a quarter. He had 21, scored or assisted on every bucket. Lob intended for Adebayo, well guarded by Steven Adams, who sat out last night. Tyler Hero missing a three, and the rebound to Santi Aldama.
The biggest thing you'll notice when you watch your TV is the size advantage that the Grizzlies have, and they're going to have to use that to their advantage the entire night.
Meanwhile, Steven Adams, a great find and a basket dive by Dylan Brooks. It's out of bounds. It will stay with Miami.
Just talking about the size. Kyle Lowry trying to defend Dylan Brooks. The only thing that Steven Adams does is throws over the top. The first play of the game, Santi Aldama, using his size against Jimmy Butler, works him into the paint. He's able to just get the half hook over the top.
That hit Martin in the hands, and he can't reel it in. A flare out and a three by Dylan. That's in. And the Grizzlies the first 7 of the game.
This script was written the last night the same way when the Grizzlies started off with the first 7 in that game.
The Grizzlies put up a 40 spot in the first quarter last night in Detroit. Lowry around the Adebayo screen. Lowry for three. Kyle Lowry shooting 35% from beyond the arc off his fifth 20-point game of the season. Miami winning Friday night at Boston 120-116 in overtime, coming from 13 down to win the game. Brooks against Martin. Finger rolls it up and in. Long look ahead for Jimmy Butler. The feed to Hero.
And one thing the Grizzlies are going to have to be aware of, there's a cross match going on, is that Dylan is guarding Jimmy Butler on one end, but Jimmy Butler's guarding Santi Aldama. There are going to be times where Santi just got to run out with Jimmy Butler and keep that matchup so that the Grizzlies have good defensive transition.
Dylan. And the rebound to Tyler Hero. Road team won both meetings last year. Miami, last time they were in this building for a regular season game, as Butler gets to the rim. Tap out rebound by Steven Adams, but it ends up in the hands of Jimmy Butler. Kyle Lowry, a dump down. Butler, doubled, top side, Hero. 6 on the shot clock, picked up by Dylan Brooks. Martin for three, puts it in.
Not a big three-point shooting team.
Not a big three-point shooting team in volume or in accuracy. They're below 34%.
And they only make right around 12 a game. 2 here early.
Aldama on the throwback. And a bad entry pass to Steven Adams, and the Grizzlies turn it over.
So here, you talked about this play early, but just the size advantage. Just throws it up high. Dylan able to catch, and then off for the transition, Dylan able to knock down the angle three.
Drop for Adebayo. Right now an 8-2 run by Miami. Adams against Adebayo. Backs him down, spins to the cup, and a backhanded layup is in.
Such great use of his body there, and the feel of Adebayo's body, able to roll off and finish.
Hero drives and draws a foul. That'll be on Santi Aldama. First foul on Aldama.
A new role for Tyler Hero this year. What you see here is Steven Adams. He bangs once, and instead of banging the second time, as Adebayo gets ready for the contact, that quick spin to the baseline allows him to clean lane.
Tyler Hero, 26 points, 5 rebounds in the win at Boston. Averaged 23 a game against the Grizzlies last year.
Like I said, a different role for him this season. 6-man for this Miami Heat team, but realizing they needed to get off to better starts, and also the rotation of their guards. And they had been starting Max Strus a lot still with this lineup. And so you see how they play off of one another and how those roles will fare out as the season goes on.
Grizzlies the 1-point lead. Tyus with a floater. That's too strong. Rebound tipped out. Hero a running rebound. A look ahead to Jimmy Butler, who has to stop on a dime. Little bunny hop. No travel called. And then Martin hits a three from the corner. And the Grizzlies call for time. Caleb Martin shooting 40% from beyond the arc. We recognize the gentleman from Missouri.
Well, Taylor Jenkins wanted to tell the team during that timeout, we got to wake up a little bit in transition defense. We're a little too flat-footed getting back. Said the Heat have started with a little more energy than us to start this game. We've got to match it and exceed it.
This is one of those rare occurrences. Here's Dillon and Hero with a rebound, where one team has a significant rest advantage over the other. Miami hadn't played since Friday night. Grizzlies forced playing yesterday in Detroit. Butler spins on Roddy, takes a baseline, looking for an option. Tyler Hero, 4-3. And Miami starts 4 of 5 from 3.
So listen, Detroit Pistons started off hot from the three-point line also. You'll eventually get back to come down to earth. But the one thing you talk about this Heat team, veteran basketball team, the one thing they wanted to do, foul inside on Kyle Lowry here. They wanted to come out and play with extra energy because they didn't want the letdown of you look across, there's no John Morant, there's no Jaren Jackson Jr., the nose. So instead of worrying about who's not there, they're playing the Grizzlies as a team. It's the reason why they've come out with this type of effort to start the game.
And this is the starting five that Miami really wants, but this is only the 9th game they've played together. Adams, nifty move but no finish, and the rebound to Kyle Lowry. Grizzlies on the second night of back-to-backs. It's been a struggle this year. Adebayo wheels inside and banks it in.
The big reason for those struggles are who plays on that second night of back-to-backs. Low management, not wanting to put a lot on guys' bodies. Tyus knocks down that little baseline jump shot. It's been a mismatch of people on second nights of back-to-backs.
Exactly. The Grizzlies on the second night of back-to-backs are scoring 101 points per game. They're giving up 123 on 48% shooting. But again, it is usually shifting lineups with a back-to-back, and Tyler Hero makes it 20-13.
They got to find their defensive hat right now because the Miami Heat having their way on the offensive end.
18-5 run for Miami.
Shooting 70% from the field, 80% from the three-point line.
Deflected out by Miami. Well, the last time Miami was in this building, they shot 52% from the floor and 57% from three. They made 21 of 37 from three a year ago here in Memphis, winning 129-103. Aldama faces up, fills it up.
Size again of Santi Aldama there. The ability to shoot right over the top of Tyler Hero.
You saw Eric Spoelstra. I think he's a Hall of Fame coach.
There's no thought about it.
Hero sets up Lowry, making the extra pass. And Martin hits again. Caleb Martin in his 4th season out of Nevada.
5 threes here in his first quarter for the Heat.
Very un-Miami-like. Tyus gets to the rim.
It's all coming down to this end of the floor, though, here, especially now. Can they get the stops to be able to get out and get scores?
Adebayo. And the rebound to Adams. Kennedy Chandler going to get an early call, as will Brandon Clark. They're at the scorer's table waiting to check in. Tyus sets up Roddy for 3. Around and out.
Great find there by Tyus, though. This is a pass the Grizzlies made last night numerous times to get open looks from corners.
Yeah, the Grizzlies utilized the skip pass quite a bit last night. Hero with 10 to shoot. Butler cuts. Martin, another 3. Well, it's going to be Caleb Martin's night, apparently. 4 for 4 and 12 first quarter points from Caleb Martin, who averages 11 points per game. Roddy, tough catch. Aldama drives. 3 by Brooks, around and out.
Third shot of the Grizzlies partner.